Today we're going to look at 6 things for guitarists to work on to improve their skills. These are 6 different things that I felt that helped me, and I want to share them with you guys, so stick around. Number 1, if you're learning a song, learn it by ear. It's probably the best way to learn things because when you're looking down at your fretboard, you can see where your hands are at all times, and it makes it easier to remember. So if you're reading notation or tablature, you're then focused on what's on the page and not what's on the fretboard, and you're not actually watching your hands. But I always feel like that complicates things, and then you almost feel like you rely on the sheet music to get you through it. That to me is number 1. Learn by ear. You'll easily remember the songs. You'll become a lot better of a player that way because you'll develop your ear, and you can hear if you're playing the right notes or the wrong notes. You can actually tell. So. Number 2, transcribe music. So let's say there's a song that you want to learn, and you go on to Ultimate Guitar, or you go to look for the sheet music, and you can't find it because maybe it's an obscure band. One of the best things to do is when you're using your ear to learn a song, write it out, transcribe it, because it'll help you work out those complicated parts, because some things are just really hard to just figure out. You know, the first time you're listening through something, you're not going to pick out this crazy intricate, or maybe you'll get lucky, but when you write things out, you tend to remember them better. So it's always a good skill to have, especially as a songwriter, because it gives you a good opportunity to analyze the music as well. So you're writing it out, you're listening to it, and then you're learning it all at the same time. So that to me is number 2, transcribe music. All right, number 3, play along with jam tracks. Luckily, YouTube is loaded with all these different jam tracks. You can choose your key, the style of music. They even have jam tracks set up in the style of certain bands. If your type of music is like a Metallica-ish, you can find jam tracks in the style of Metallica. I found one in the style of Pink Floyd in G minor. So you just go on and look, and some of them will even lay out on the screen the modes that work over it, like I think it was an A minor one I found yesterday. And you would play Aeolian over it. So there are tons of those on YouTube to help you just jam along. Sometimes it's just fun to pick up the guitar and play it. And it's also great, teaches you improvisational skills so that when you do get in a situation where you're just jamming with some friends or whatever, you don't feel lost. So that's 3. Number 4, play with a metronome. I feel like this is a big one because it helps working out complex parts. Because let's say there's a part in a song that's, there's a lot going on. And with the metronome, it'll help work out the fingering, and it'll help you build it up to speed. So let's say you learn it, but you could play it really well at a slower speed, and you just want to build it up to the speed it's supposed to go. So start slow, slowly turn the metronome up and play along. I feel like that's helped me, especially with complicated parts. When I went to college, I really wanted to learn how to sweep pick. That was a technique that I just really hadn't worked on before because I just felt like it was flashy. It really wasn't necessary. When I got to college, I was like, it's just something I really wanted to learn because I was really into Megadeth when I was younger, and Marty Friedman is like a master of arpeggios. So I committed myself to learning it. And what I did was I took the metronome, I started slow, I picked one arpeggio, which I believe was a major arpeggio. And I worked it up to speed. So you want to go down and then back up. So that's pretty much what I did, using the metronome. And it actually helped, and it worked. So using metronome is a good one. Number 5, try and have fun playing. That's the key to doing anything, is to have fun doing it. Once the fun goes away, it becomes work. And then once it becomes work, you probably don't want to do it anymore. It's very important to remember why you wanted to play the guitar or why you wanted to play whatever instrument you're playing, and to just play. So what I used to do is just put on songs that I really enjoyed playing to or listening to, and I would play along. And I still do. I built up like a repertoire of songs that I enjoy playing. When I just get in the mood to play guitar, for no reason, I'll just play along with something like Dream Theater or some Rush or whatever. It's good too to build up a list of songs that you know, because then when you do find people to jam with, you got something in common that you guys can play together. So it makes it more fun. And last but not least, number 6, record yourself playing. I feel like that's a big one too, because when you are recording, it's always easier to critique yourself from listening to it. If you record a video, you can watch it back and see how you're actually playing, your technique, from a different point of view. Because when I look down at my hand, you know, you have the bird's eye view, you're looking down. Somebody looking straight at you it might notice something, maybe the way that you have your hand or the way you're picking, that you may not notice looking down. You know, and plus when you're watching yourself play, whatever part you're trying to focus on, you usually can't watch both at the same time. So it's always great to have something to go back and critique. You can see, how is your technique? You know, what do I need to work on? And it really helps to have it on video. Also, just recording songs, which is why I like doing the covers. It's fun. It also helps me learn the songs, and it also helps my technique and my playing, and it helps with my recording too. I look at recording like it's its own technique, being able to record or engineer, whatever you want to call it. So to me, I'm practicing that as well when I record. Good example, when I was at Berkeley, I wanted to record a cover of Joe Satriani's Always With Me, Always With You. And I always felt like the beginning guitar part was easy. It was just about, to me, it was about the melody and the solo, and that was the fun part. So I focused on recording this part, and I was working on the clean part. I kept messing up. Every time I did, I would mess up. And what it was my picking. I didn't realize it until maybe 3 or 4 times through, and I'm like, why do I keep hitting the wrong string? Or I would flub 2 strings. In analyzing what I was doing, I noticed that it was my pick. It was kind of sloppy, so I kind of reworked the way that I held the pick. And again, this is something I noticed while recording because I was really focused on playing this part perfectly. So you do pick up these things from recording, and that was one of the things I picked up, was my picking technique. It became something I knew I had to work on, so I focused on it. I hold the pick like this. I know most people like to hold it like this. They put it on your side of your finger and then you grip it with your thumb and play. To me, that, I don't know, I don't do it right. So this is what worked for me. I feel like I have more control over it. And the key to anytime you're playing faster, the key to that is to stay relaxed. So as long as you do that, you'll be fine. To me, those are the 6 most important things for a guitar player to focus on. Those are the things that helped me the most. You know, in my years of playing guitar, I've been playing guitar for 30-something years now. Those are the things that really stuck out to me and really helped me improve. Well, I hope this video was helpful to you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys soon.